Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the wrist I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Exit, exit. Check.
Hey, alert! 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 And hot!
Garoppolo on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Easy, easy.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Rivers. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Secondary 90, 80. 0.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Here we go. 180.
Go. Go.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here we go.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go. 180.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Hey, 79! 79!
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. And now he's taken down. And Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got...
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I think the key to that play was them understanding and knowing that once the ball was out, they were still eligible to pick it up and carry it.
Yeah, there was some standing and some staring on the wrong side of the football there, wasn't there?
Yes, he has a name, he has a number, but for us, he's Johnny on the spot. And how about that rambling run all the way to the end zone with that alert play that he just made?
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
After one, it's 9-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Rivers. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers going for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Lucky. Lock.
On third down, here's Coleman. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Rams will get it at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, got 4 down. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Wait, 89.
On play action, Rivers. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down, Rams.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Henderson now on 1st and 10. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And this one's incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. From the red zone now, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter one, they struggled. Quarter two here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast and as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
First down, Rivers. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Second down, it's Henderson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Henderson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Rivers on the money, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Rivers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, Not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Delta!
They'll start the drive with Hill. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead. And this Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up. And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 12, Rivers gets this one to Hill. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone. And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo, and he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing.
Brandon Cooks, touchdown LA! Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Zach Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
57.
Now Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into a huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kicker.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
56, right there, 56. It's out of time, guys. It's out of time.
Again, it's Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, go orange.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers, he's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, it's Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A nice run leaves him just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot? So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. This was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
On first down, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hurd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down. It's Coleman. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen.
6-6. Pull it high.
Checking that.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Niners on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Coleman now. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's now third and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Niners 28, Rams 25.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They begin the drive with Hill. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Play fake. Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, it's Hill. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Garrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Second and 6 at the Rams.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They will run again with Coleman. It's Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Keep it up, keep it up.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed, that's the spark they were looking for.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now Rivers. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
Here's Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
There he goes, left side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Rivers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go.
29 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Set, block the team.
Keep it up, D.
Keep it skinny.
Mark 56.
Hey, Charlie!
First down, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Cooks. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Rivers. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that.